We could do it. You're tuned into Sneak
Sneak
Vibing.
Vibing, yep. So I was saying, my name is Chandra. You can say your name is.
My name is Chandra.
I should have been more specific. That was
No, I
good.
got you.
That
I
was
got
good. My name is Chandra,
And my name is Justin Love.
and you're tuned into
Sneak
Sneak
Vibing.
Vibing. Peace.
You would at me 24/7. Being with you feels like what it's like to be in heaven. I used to never wanna settle down, but you changed my mind forever now.
What's up, you guys? Chandra here at Sneak Vibing Media. Well, we tapped in with Grammy award-winning singer and songwriter Justin Love, who has been rocking with us in the city of Buffalo the last couple days. And you've been outside, man.
I've been working.
Yeah. How has that been? The experience in Buffalo and just everything it has to offer. I've seen you at dance battles. You had your own R&B show,
Right.
past the aux, listening to artists. How has that been?
It's been awesome. I've been having a great time out here. It feels a lot like home. It feels a lot like New Jersey. From aesthetic to the type of creatives that I definitely know deserve all the light in the world and all the recognition in the world. But I see in this short amount of time out here, I see the different communities that have, made a really big impact in these creatives' lives, and that's all I've ever wanted to do and be a part of. Create more opportunity for just my younger self and anyone as hungry as, I've always been, I was, and that's pretty much it. Like, I really appreciate that, there is community out here. And from what I'm hearing from everyone else is like, it's just getting to this point. Shout out to everybody out here that actually does cultivate community and bring people together and provide more opportunity for, the Buffalo creatives out here.
For sure. And you kept touching on one term, inspiration and creativity. That's, for me, that's like the anchor for everything. So before we get into talking about Buffalo, I really want to kind of peel back and talk about your origin story, because for some reason I thought you were like from LA, but you're from Jersey, you're from the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm from New
So
Jersey.
you still have that influence, so I'm sure that's probably why you resonate with Buffalo. But other than that, like, kind of talk about your early experience in Jersey and how that eventually led you to LA to pursue, music.
It was just that. It was like the lack of opportunity, especially as a younger child. I mean, I've had these dreams and aspirations since I was like 4 or 5 years old. So like, how many opportunities are there out there really for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10, up to 14? Like, when majority of these opportunity-based events are like 21 and up or 18 plus, and it's just so hard to get in. And just creating spaces to be heard for anybody, I think is just the biggest thing. And I felt like LA was that for me. I think even when I did turn 18, 19, even 21, like, there still wasn't enough opportunity where I'm from for me to be able to showcase myself in a way where the world can recognize. And when we're really chasing this thing, we're looking for this global recognition. We're looking for the whole entire world to notice how, much potential you have, or how great you are, and how blessed you are. And for what felt like at the time, LA was gonna be that break for me. And LA wasn't the only place that I've lived. I've lived in LA, I lived in Miami, and I currently live in Nashville.
Oh, word. Somebody was just telling me, like, if they could, they would be in Nashville right now because the music scene is just explosive. When I think of Nashville, I think of country and gospel, but for all genres, it's big. So I want to go back, because you were talking about being young and knowing you wanted to be, an artist, a performer. Like, who inspired you? What were you watching that inspired you? Or was there an experience that happened that made you be like, oh, I want to do this. This is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I mean, it was my mom. My mom, she used to sing happy birthday for everybody in my family. And they would basically know that if it was their birthday and my mom called, that they shouldn't pick up the phone because she's going to sing them happy birthday. through the voicemail. And I always saw her do that, and she would always be singing around the house and whatnot. And I remember being that young and like, I want to do that. So it was gonna be my brother's first birthday. I was 4. He was about to turn 1, and I go up to my mom and I'm like, "Mom, I want to sing Happy Birthday for Brandon." She's like, "Oh yeah, let me hear you." So I sounded like any other 4-year-old. Okay, it's not like I sounded better than anyone else. It was just something that I knew I wanted to do, and it was definitely something I didn't know that I was gonna love this much. And it was just a matter of really loving it so much that that's how I got as good as I am. It's just by loving it and doing it. The music business, you gotta kind of treat it like a sport when you get to that point.
Yeah.
And I was unintentionally treating it like a sport, you know, like in my own way. Like, what's the next song I can make? What's the next beat I can make? What's the next challenge in this journey? Like, what's the next thing we need to overcome? Like, let's just go and get it. Let's do it, you know? Whether we do it good or not, at least we get it done. And that's helped so much. It's helped so much my resilience. I don't even know where it came from. I mean, I used to wrestle growing up. I don't know, I played football growing up. Maybe it's just like that sport mentality, that competition factor, but
you're a fighter, basically. Like, you're gonna fight for what you want, for what you want to pursue. The ambition is there, you know? What do you think is an experience that resonated with you that brought you to the next level?
I helped co-write Focus for her. That whole album won a Grammy.
Yeah.
It was a shift from like one day to the next, from me not being recognized to that being the most powerful conversation starter that I could have ever opened up with. And I think what we could take from that is like, I skipped so many steps, and a lot of us want to skip steps. A lot of us want to just get there already. We want the Grammy, we want the Billboard, we want the this, we want the that, the Juno, the whatever it is, any award, right? Everyone thought I had the answers when we won. After we won, like, I was getting treated differently. I was getting treated like I had the secret. And like, I didn't know that this song was gonna do this. I didn't even know the song was on the project.
Wow.
You know, like, I didn't even know we were gonna make that happen. I could do nothing but appreciate the opportunity to be a part of something so grand that definitely paved the way for the rest of my career. It's what keeps my lights on. It's what I pay rent with. It does do something. But my problem back then was that I acted like I knew how I got there because I thought I had to do that. Because I'm in rooms with all of these other people that I looked up to, I felt like, you know what, I have to act like I've been here before. It's okay to be the student, and I wish I was more of a student throughout the trajectory of my career. I would have been a lot further. I probably would have had a lot more friends. I probably would have burned less bridges. But shout out to Cult of Individuality. They have this saying, "May the bridges I burn light the way." And I feel that. I just feel that.
Yeah, it resonates with you.
I resonate with that. That was the word.
Yeah. So there's a couple things you mentioned in there that's very profound to me. I think as an artist and creative, you're never fully prepared. It's really just you putting your work, your perspective into the ether, and then the world can receive it, not receive it. It can linger, and then they receive it. Like, you just never know. So you're putting seeds everywhere, you know. And so you songwriting for focus for her, that was a seed that just happened to grow it and do that. So, you know, it sounds like you went through some trials and tribulations after, but what are some things you feel like you know now that have kind of given you more wisdom, more maturity, maybe even suggestions to other artists that are coming up? And, you know, Buffalo is kind of going through a renaissance right now with artists, fashion, art, music. What are some suggestions you would give to artists who are trying to grow and
figure out ways to continue loving what you do? And don't take things personally. Don't let certain things cause a reaction. You got to be excited and you got to accept the adversity that comes with doing what we do. Have the urge to learn. Be okay with being corrected, and don't act like you know everything. Even though someone else's demeanor might not be something that you necessarily appreciate, see through it. See through it, and you know, get what you need out of that situation, not in a using way, but just an intellectual way. Just understanding that we don't all communicate the same, and because someone's demeanor might be a specific way doesn't mean they're not trying to put you on or, you know, let you have something positive from their experience, you know? And keep going. Just keep the fuck going.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's gonna agree with what you believe in. I guess that's another thing. Like, believe in something and stand on it.
Period. Those are some jewels right there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I see even in my field, you know, I see a lot of people, a lot of personalities, and you kind of have to have the wisdom. That's like the key word for me, to kind of how to navigate, you know, how to navigate through that. But, you know, we kind of went there. I kind of want to touch back to just everything you're doing now. Like, you've kind of harbored some excitement here in the city, being here with the passtheaux, working with Love You Always too, you know, being part of Love You Always too. How was that experience, you know, being here in Buffalo with Buffalo artists and doing that?
I was nervous at first. I was. Not because I didn't trust Buffalo, but it's just an untapped market for me. I usually only do events where I'm either from or I've lived in before. I didn't know who would be open to even this idea, you know, and shout out to Lua and Love You Always for consistently calling me throughout the lead up of this event, just to ensure that, yo, look, people are talking about this. This is what they want to be a part of. Buffalo needs something like this. And these are things that I love to hear, because when I hear that, and especially after being here and seeing everybody, how much they appreciated the event, it made me recognize the need for more community, even though, like, within the past day or two, I've been a part of a dance community, I've been a part of a music community, I've been a part of a turned up community, you know, and it's like, there is community out here, and the fact, you know, you guys are ahead, you know, you're more ahead than you think. You guys are doing a great job. You just got to keep it up. I think consistency is key.
Yeah.
You know, like, the reason why I do what I do is to help communities like this stay alive. Like, there's nothing more important than actually having real connections, being able to actually shake people's hands and actually meet people, man to man, person to person, soul to soul, and like, be the reason why people know each other. I mean, I have a newfound love for Buffalo. And shout out to y'all. Y'all are doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming to Buffalo. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for creating a space along with Love You Always for artists to share their work, you know, always trying to push the artistry. And thank you just for your presence here. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
And is there any, like, music, anything you want to plug, let the people know what you got going on?
Man, I went on a nice run of just releasing a song every single Thursday. It drained me. Not even gonna lie, it drained me. But I do have an every single Thursday playlist on Spotify with all the songs that I've released during my Thursday run. Starting, well, next week, I'll have my next release. It's actually with a friend of mine that has Down syndrome, and we're bringing some awareness to Down syndrome. And showing that they can do anything. The song is called Are You Ready by myself, From Above, and Sammy Bud. Sammy Bud is one of my best friends growing up. We've been really close since 4th grade, just about. And now we got a song coming out.
That's mad dope.
It's super, super dope.
Yeah. Y'all, Sneak Vibing here, Chandra here with Justin Love, Grammy award-winning singer and songwriter here in Buffalo, New York. Make sure you stay tapped in, and as always, keep on vibing.
Keep vibing.
Peace.
It's a problem. I ain't thinking about the worst no more, and we really shouldn't curse no more, cause it sparks that flame. We just gotta ignite. You up top screaming like I put it in right. I don't mean to be rude, but this seems about right. Then it's all good by the end of the night.